Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. We all have fears. Recently, I've been thinking about this subject a lot as it has come up often in many of my coaching sessions with my clients worldwide. Perhaps this is because of all the things that are going on in this world right now, or perhaps fear has always played a strong role in our lives. But fear is prevalent in so many different ways. If we ask ourselves, what is fear? Perhaps we all have a different definition. But fear is defined by the dictionary as an unpleasant, often strong emotion caused by anticipation or awareness of danger, anxious concern, and reason for alarm. Fear fundamentally changes our physiological state in addition to our behavior and our responses. When we engage with a fearful stimulus, our bodies are equipped with the innate function for fight or flight, to stay or flee. Oftentimes, fear is an unpleasant emotion or belief. It arises from the feeling that there is a real or a perceived danger or a threat present. Is this making any sense? This is such an important topic, especially today. I think one of the most important things that we can do for ourselves is recognize the presence of the fear, identify what the fear is and how it is showing up. Again, this is something that I do in my work worldwide. We cannot move through anything in life without first bringing conscious awareness to it. So I encourage you to think about the things that cause you fear in this world on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week, moment-to-moment, whatever shows up. What can we do when we connect with the fear that we hold ourselves in or that we hold in ourselves? How can we begin to let some of that fear go? I believe that once we are able to truly see the fear in all of its forms, how it makes us feel, the discomfort and emotions that it causes, then we are able to start the process of breaking it down. Here is what we can do in a few simple steps. First, allow yourself to recognize the fear. Be aware when it shows up. Oh, there's fear. I see fear. It's important to call it out, to name it. Work to try to shift the mindset around how you actually perceive fear is the next step. When we attend to a different perspective, we actually can lessen the fear that exists. So shift the mindset of how you look at fear. Sometimes we attach a lot of negativity to seeing fear, but fear is a natural part of life. It shows up. So if we allow ourselves to shift from that negative focus and be an acquaintance to fear, see it, call it, name it, and not create a negative arena around it, we are already shifting how we engage with our own fear. Next, choose how you want to engage with the fear. Look to the past and identify ways that you have actually conquered your own fears and bring those images to the forefront of your mind. This can help to change your perception and engagement with the present fears by recalling your successes from the past. These images can be powerful forces from our past engagement with fear and how we've moved through it. They help us in the present to see that we have the power within us to move through fear in a positive, successful way. And this image from our past is super important and super powerful. Next is controlling your thought patterns. We must remember that fear does not have to be in the driver's seat. We have a choice. We can choose to put fear in the passenger seat. or somewhere in the back, or not in the car at all, or not in the vehicle of life at all, we could call it. But changing our mindset and relationship to fear is a process that takes attention, and it takes a lot of energy. It's about shifting the way we think and see these things in our lives. And fear is just another thing in life that we have to move through. It just is. Perspective is a choice. When we begin to choose for ourselves, we realize that we have more control over how we show up, react, and adjust than we might have thought otherwise. Don't allow fear to take control. You choose to take control over how you see and engage with it, not how it sees and engages with you. It's a big change. So let's all engage in our fears and with our fears in a different way, a more successful way to move through it. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every moment is a new moment for conscious connections.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.